Hi guys, Christy here with It's a Book Thing, and this is my August wrap up and my September TBR, and let's get right in. So for the month of August, I read 7 books. That is actually half of what I typically read. I was in a horrible reading slump in the month of August, and no matter what I tried to do, I could not climb out of it. And I blame it all on one specific book that I read. And I'm probably going to get lynched in the YouTube community for doing this, but that book is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Now, I did not enjoy this book. It was hard for me to get through. I only gave it 2 out of 5 stars. If you want to see my full review, you can check out my blog. The link will be below. Also, you can check out the It's a Book Thing book club on YouTube, plus here on my channel and on Goodreads, and it'll give you a full synopsis of what I thought of the book. I just don't think this was a book for me, which is fine. Some books just aren't for certain people. So that was the last book I finished in the month, and it caused just horrible angst in my reading life. So that's Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. The next book I read, well, I'm not really going in order, but you know, if you want to see the exact order, you can go to my Goodreads page because I put everything on that. But it was called The Eyes of Love by Angelina Rose, and this was an ARC given to me for a review. And I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was really cute, fun, fast, short story read. Wonderful love story, great like love story that had just some stuff on it that was like, you know, learn to live your life and move forward, and so I really enjoyed that. Then I read Surrender by Melody Ann, and that's the first book in the Surrender series that she is writing, and I read this in the hopes of getting out of my book reading slump, and it was a really good read. I'm up in the air on them, just because it's taking so long to get through the series, but I don't hate them, but I didn't love this one either, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It's about a young girl who is coerced and blackmailed into being the mistress of this high-powered executive man, and how that takes place and all that interesting stuff. So I enjoyed it. I can't not finish the series because I need to know what happens, but I'm not sure if it was the right books to read while I was trying to get out of a reading slump. So that was Surrender, book 1 in the Surrender series by Melody Ann. Then I read Submit, which is book 2 in the Surrender series, and this book, the first book, concentrated mainly on Airy and Rafe, and then in book 2 introduced some side characters whose love stories are also being told in this series, and that is Rafe's sisters Rachel and Leah and his best friend Shane. So it kind of moves forward in all of these people's lives throughout the series, and like I said, I'm kind of up in the air on it, so I gave both Surrender and Submit 3 out of 5 stars. So because I just can't decide whether or not I liked them or not. They weren't horrible, but maybe it's just my reading slump. I'm not sure. Okay, so another book that I read in the month of August was Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I picked this up, and honest to goodness, I couldn't put it down. I loved it. Loved it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was well written. I thought that the character play out and plots were fantastic. And I am just absolutely on pins and needles waiting for book 2 and book 3. I know that I read Shatter Me was on my tablet, but I went ahead and bought the physical copies because they were so good. I just couldn't not get them in physical form. I kind of like that. If I really, really enjoy a book, I like to get it in all the formats that I can. Couldn't put it down, read it in one sitting. I'm thrilled to go out, and I'm excited to get books 2 and 3. I know 3 doesn't come out for a couple of months, so it's going to be a long wait for me. I might wait to read book 2 until book 3 is out if I can stand the wait, but I probably can't. So I might go ahead and read the next one when it gets here, when it gets here for the order that I read. Okay, so the next book in the books for August was Eon, Dragon I Reborn by Allison Goodman. Loved this book. Thought it was really awesome, high fantasy, everything you look for in a book with great fantasy story and interesting characters. And my full review again is on my blog. Check it out. And that is Dragon I Reborn. So those are the books that I read in August. I wish that I had read more, but sorry, my screen is dirty and I shouldn't do other stuff while I'm recording, but my OCD sometimes gets the better of me. Okay. All right, so those are the books that I read in August. As for September, I have quite a few books on my September TBR on Goodreads, and just in case you're wondering, I do keep my Goodreads account up to date with everything that I have going on book reading wise. So I'm just gonna hit on some books really, really quick that I want to read this month. I'm currently reading Surrender. No, I'm sorry. I'm currently reading, what is it called? I forget. It's on my TBR. The third book in the series that Melody Ann wrote, Seduced. It came out today, actually, and so I'm reading that. I'll be reading The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. That's the book of the month for September for It's a Book Thing. Again, the links will be below if you want to join. I would love to have you part of my book club. I will be reading The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. It was an ARC that was given to me. And I'll be reading Confessions of a Hater by Caprice Crane. Those books are all books that I have to have finished for the month of September. Now on to the books that I want to complete just because I'm excited to read them. I want to finish Clockwork Prince. I'm about 110 pages into that one. And I keep putting it down because I have about 4 books that I'm reading all at once, but I'd like to finish that series this month. I love the story so far. I'd like to read The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. It's the first book in the Blood of Eden series. I'd also like to read Partials by Dan Wells. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Let's see. Wow, those are quite a few. I'd like to try to read Feed by Mara Grant. That was in my August to be read, and I never got around to it because of my horrible book slump. But I want to get that one read. Then there was another book that I wanted to read by James Patterson, and I'll make sure to put that here because I cannot remember off the top of my head what it's called, but I got it on my tablet, and it'll be an ebook haul when I get any more books for my tablet. But so those are just, that's a high vision overview of the books that I want to read for September. I'm not going to try to box myself in with books this month. Last month was such a horrible month for me that I'm just going to enjoy reading for reading's sake. Plus, I have a deadline to meet for the end of the month. I need to finish my 3rd book in my companion novels that I am writing. And so I will be doing a lot of writing and a lot of reading and a lot of working really hard at my day job. Fun, fun, fun. So what else is happening in September? I'll be doing some author interviews, of course. I've sent out some feelers to a couple of authors I'm looking forward to interviewing. If there's an author you want me to reach out to get on my channel for a live interview, make sure you put a comment below, and I will do everything I can to get that author on my channel. For stopping by and checking out my August wrap up and my September to be read announcement slash whatever. Yeah. That's all she wrote, folks. Keep reading, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.